Alright, what's up, guys? We're gonna be talking about this new anime called Orient, right?
Orient.
Yeah. Um, what should I say about it first?
Well, here I can.
I just watched, we watched season 4, right? Just now. I mean, not season 4, episode 4. See, guys,
Yeah,
no
episode four.
cap. It's mid. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was watching this video. I was watching it, and it just reminded me of. It reminded me of something. Kind of like Inuyasha a little bit. I'm not for sure, but it was just
I can
mid.
see a little Inuyasha in that.
Yeah, like when I was watching it, I was just like hurry up, like get to the point.
Yeah, there's a lot of backstory on it. Here, I'll read like the little synopsis. So it says during the Warring States era, the feuding generals were suddenly struck down one after another by the demonic Kishin. Kishin, I'm pretty sure is how it's pronounced. But anyway, in the 150 years since, groups of individuals have continued to resist them, and they're called the Bushi bands. And when they were young, the two like main characters, which is mm, mm,
I don't even know the main characters. I ain't gonna lie.
Musashi and Kojiro, Kojiro, something like Kojiro, something like that. They hear tales about like the Bushi bands and all that other stuff, and then one of them kind of struggles to make the choice to become a part of the Bushi band, and pretty much like they go on this adventure, I guess, like fighting these different Onis. Now, I mean, granted, it's a brand new anime, and this is from the beginning, and it's been a while since I've seen something literally from the beginning. This is new, episode by episode by episode, and we're sitting here waiting for the next one. This is the first time that I've actually been watching like a current anime, like episode by episode and stuff like that. But it's not catching me like that. It's just not that great. It's
No,
not that great.
like what threw me off is the girl. I'm sorry. It's just so weird, and I think some animes, all animes, they do this with the female characters where like the female character is basically like a puppy. Like she like a puppy. Like she needs someone to tell her
Yeah,
what
they're
to
very
do.
submissive.
She needs
Yeah, they're
someone to tell her, and it's weird between the dad and the daughter too at that. And like the daughter was like, "I love you so much," and I'm like, "So this gotta be her boyfriend." I'm like, and that's her dad. I'm like,
well,
what?
actually, it's not her dad. She said that she doesn't have anyone in the tribe that's um blood related. So I think he just adopted her. I think he took her into his wings because she is an orphan. Her sister passed away, and somehow, we don't know that story yet. But she was killed, probably fighting an oni, and pretty much like now she considers this the captain. She calls the captain my lord, and there was like this really uncomfortable, at least to me, scene where pretty much he's like berating her for, you know, okay, she made a mistake. Not even that she made the mistake. He sent her out to get these individuals and brought them back, and it turned out that they didn't know what the fuck was going on. They didn't know what a certain magic was. They didn't have any, so therefore they were useless to the captain's plan, right?
And the captain
And
plan is kind of dumbfounded because he want everybody in the village to fight, and it's kids, mostly women, and the men that fighting for him is all injured, and they want him to fight. Like, bro, you got no scratch on you. You didn't do nothing. Only thing you do is talk shit about the chick and everything else, which she is kind of like letting him do this at this point. Like she could have been left, she could have been went, everything else, but she leaving people that she loved behind, and I get that. But at the same time, she, these two guys coming in, they could have taught them about it, but instead they got thrown in jail. What?
Yeah, they got like thrown in jail instead of like maybe saying like, "Oh," and explaining what it was that he was talking about in the first place, and then they could have just said, "Oh no, we don't have any of that. I mean, we've only fought one time." They just assumed that they fought all these different Onis, and that wasn't the case. They just assumed that this is what happened. And as far as like the girl like leaving or whatever, it wouldn't make sense for her to leave because of how pretty much at this point she's pretty brainwashed. I would say like she's on it was honestly like a trigger warning. Like it was like abusive. Like it was mental abuse. It was definitely like a what's it called? Like he was gaslighting the mess out of her. Pretty much like put her down, and then to the point where like she's crying and she's just repeating the same thing, which is like she can't really think for herself, which is do you I'll do a mission, just tell me what you want me to do. And then that's when all of a sudden it's, oh well, you need me, and then all of a sudden he's nice about it
To
and is
be
saying he
honest,
loves her. And I'm like, what?
yeah,
Like that's toxic
yeah. To
101.
be honest though, it was. To be honest, it was lazy writing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the animation, everything else, it looks nice. It looks clean. Everything else, it looks like a good anime. But when you get into the aspects of writing and everything else, like the storytelling, it don't make sense. Like first off, you got these bushies, right? Whatever. People don't like them for no reason. Like, and they don't give us nothing to go about it. Like they just carry swords around and they kill Oni. Like people upset about that. And then after that, we got the other dude. Like I can't get his story. Like he just, I think he just don't want the bad things that come with being a bushy though. Like he don't want the bad things, but he want to be one, and I get
Yeah.
that. And about the whole episode 4 thing right now, the storytelling was so awful. Like it was so like sexualized, and it was like they're just pushing in our face though. Like I'm just like, bro, what?
Yeah, they went for the obvious. They definitely went for the obvious, especially with the introducing the female character. Like she was super obvious. The first thing, what the one thing that brought down like the actual Bushi by blood. I can't remember his name, but he's the blind character. We'll
Yeah.
put him up on screen. Him. He freaking got his ass whooped and handed to him damn near killed by this girl because of the fact that she was about to flash her boobs. Like, huh?
Like that how like she's a weak character. It just like she got a good weapon. Like she's got a good weapon on her. Like that's really it. And the thing about it, the writing is so weird because like in some animes, like they just put abuse and trying to sell him as a villain because of the abuse part. Like I get it, like mental abuse and everything else, but I'm tired of it. Give me a reason to hate him. What anime? What was it? It was okay. I would say we just got done watching the Shield Hero.
Yeah.
They gave us a
Which that's
reason.
going to be a whole other video.
Yeah, they gave us a reason to hate some of these characters. Like they gave us
And
a
even the
reason.
main character we hated.
Yes, a main character, yes, and everything else. So I'm like, they could have just okay. They could have cut that part out about the whole, making her a little puppy and shit, And they just should put. Like, I already know what they're gonna do in the next episode. What they're gonna do is he gonna send the people out to fight. They're gonna fight for him. They're gonna die, and them two gonna end up having to save him. Like, easy. Like, that's
Either
what's gonna happen.
that, either that, or they're not even going to get a chance to fight. I think the girl's gonna free them because right now they're like locked in his prison or whatever. So maybe she's gonna come back, free him. They're gonna go out. The three of them are gonna go out, fight the Bushi, the not the Bushi, sorry, the Oni that's coming, the clan or whatever that's coming
Yeah,
before
yeah.
it
That,
gets to the village, and then she's gonna run away. I don't think she's going to stick around.
yeah,
But at the
that's what's
same
gonna happen.
time,
I
I don't know
think.
what
Yeah.
she's gonna do about all the villagers because he won't have anybody to fight. So
Personally, what's gonna happen? Like, they're gonna end up fighting. The villagers gonna he gonna end up sending them out to fight. Like, is that or what you have said? But the thing about it is, they could have done that from the get go. They could have been like, y'all finna send my troops into battle, blah blah, and get them all ready. People saying I don't want to go, whatever. Then just end it right there. But it was her running away crying.
mhm.
So I'm like, and plus like how they make girl characters because like, and I'm sorry guys, we just got done watching Re Zero.
Yeah,
I like Re Zero like so much, but like they make girls seem helpless. Like, I'm just looking at it this way. Like, if you make a girl look helpless and everything else, stop over sexualizing the characters. Like, it don't do nothing for me. Like, it's just there. Like, it's just there. You just gonna see it, and then after that, what's gonna happen? She crying, talk about my Lord help me, everything else.
mhm.
But your Lord is one of weak ass characters too that about to die. I think if they could have made the writing a little bit more better, I would like it a lot more, personally. But
Yeah. I think for me, it's the same. Like the storyline is there's nothing really there. It's a little bit predictable. Um, and the tropes that they have, like the themes that they have for their characters are very much so cliche. It's you've got the submissive puppy girl, like very submissive and subservient, and she just does whatever the man tells her to do. And she's sexy, and that's really about it, about her. I mean, of course, she has like a sad past, which I'm sure we're gonna find out more about. Hopefully, anyway, I'm not sure about it, but I hope we do, so that then at least she has a little bit more like depth to her, because right now she's a very shallow surface level character. Honestly, all of them are.
well, the main
Except
character,
for what's his name? The red hair
the
guy. We'll
redhead,
put him on screen here.
because like the redhead, he's his story is basic, but at least he have one. The
Mhm.
blonde, he have a backstory, but at the same time, they don't tell us why are they like so looked upon. Like, they don't tell us none of that. Like,
Yeah, they kind of just threw us in, and they told us a little bit about how, the Bushi band, they're the ones who fight against the Oni, and the Onis are supposed to be like super worshipped and
like, is
stuff.
that a good
And it,
thing? Like,
well, actually, they kind of told us a little bit. If we remember episode like 2 and 3, I mean, literally the first 3 episodes was them fighting one Oni,
uh-huh.
and they got the Oni down in episode 1. It was just dragged. Anyway, but I do remember, I think it was like episode 2 or 3, where they were talking about how, actually, they said it in 1 too. Sorry. They were talking about how pretty much like the Onis are in like regular, I guess, the miners' families and stuff like that. In their minds, the Onis are, these great gods, and that we need to serve them and they did nothing wrong, they're not monsters, da 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 da. But the Bushi band knows the real tales of the fact that the Onis are monsters. They're demons and they're very selfish and those sorts of things. Like, that's what they're actually doing. They're sending these kids ultimately off to go mine for these
Man,
monsters.
that's crazy. And they don't even know
Yeah.
about it too though. Like they're just in there just to be in there though. Like they don't know what's going on, what's doing what they doing. They don't know
Yeah,
anything.
they're
They're just
cut off
thrown
from
in
their
there.
family pretty much.
Yeah, so it's like I get that part, like secret society, whatever. I don't care about that. I just want a good story where I can follow, where I can like because like I gotta read.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like wasting my time reading a story that don't make sense. I'm sorry, like I'm just like, why? These unbearable characters, like especially the girl. The girl, we did not need her. Like, like we didn't need her. We didn't need that village. We didn't need none of that. The only good thing will come out of it is some good animation. That's really
Yeah,
it.
it's beautifully drawn. The artwork is great. The colors are amazing. I love how vibrant this anime is. But again, as much depth that's in the colors, the characters don't have. Literally, like, I'm telling you, it's pretty predictable. It's mid so far. I'm gonna try and hold out hope and hope that like it gets a little bit better. We get a little more steam going, because this is the first time that we even came to like a real conflict where it's like, okay, so this guy is just on the brink of trying to keep his village alive. Well, we're supposed to kind of like feel bad for him, right? Because in this episode, he was talking about how his men are, they're fallen and they're weak. And ever since they fought, like when you fight Oni and you win or whatever, you get like this certain magic. And it's like this
It's like
dust that you're supposed to
stardust, yeah,
absorb.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you're supposed to like absorb it, and it gives you more powers. It strengthens you so that you can continue to fight against more. And I guess I don't know where it was going to in the first place. I kind of almost feel like he's been harboring it, because the last Bushi band that we saw, they were all standing out where the monster was slain. And when it broke down or whatever, and you had like this starfall magic starting to happen, everyone was absorbing the magic, and
No, I don't think they
everyone.
was the blonde red. I don't think they was. We had to go back because
Well,
like
they weren't, because they didn't know what they were doing.
yeah,
Our two characters that were following, they didn't absorb any of the power, but the Bushi band, all of those guys were absorbing the power. Um, and everyone in the tribe, in their little group or whatever, absorbed the power. And even if they didn't fight, they were there to absorb this magic. And so it's kind of like, okay, so you're absorbing magic, but over on in this Bushi band, you have a captain who looks like he hasn't really seen a day of battle, but his men are out here looking crazy, looking like they're just down bad.
yeah. And the thing about it though, like the like I don't know like how they gonna do it, but they need to make the story a little bit more better because I can't see it lasting like 2 seasons, 3 seasons. I can't see it, but the animation though, the animation fire. And the character design look fire. Well, the redhead, I don't like his outfit. I ain't gonna cap. His outfit is very mid to me. Like it look weird. But anyways, but episode 4, it was short, it was bland, and it was boring. This, how can I say this? This is a pick my phone up and watch TikTok episode,
Yes.
and like it just like is boring. I'm sorry. If they can make it a little bit more better, I hope like in the future episode if they can make it a little bit more better, and I'll eat my words, promise. But the
Yeah.
anime is mid, so
Facts.
like yeah, so we're just gonna wait till episode 5 come out and we're gonna see how it is. But for now on, move on to different animes. And
Facts.
the next anime we're gonna watch is we still got season 2 of ReZero, but I don't
Mhm.
know. But I'm gonna watch it
I'm
though.
scared to watch the second season because of how great the first season was.
And fucking Shield Heroes next season might come out too, and watch that. But yeah, I just rambling on. But like, if y'all like this video, the type of videos, whatever, go ahead and follow. Go ahead, subscribe. Like and comment. It'll be appreciated. You feel me? Anything you want to say?
Yeah. Also, when you comment, how about if you've watched Orient, let us know what your thoughts are. And if you haven't, go check it out and come back. Let us know. Let's have a conversation.
Yep. So I appreciate y'all, but we out.